Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here outside Washington DC, inside Washington DC, and I'm here to talk about my travel itinerary, what I use to exit the West and what I use as a carnival worker, a seasonal migrant laborer, somebody that travels very frequently, and also a Southeast Asia regular, how I get about and what is the optimal way to travel abroad. Our first travel essential will be our 3-bag system. Okay, firstly, all our bags need to be waterproof. That is vital, guys. If it rains and you're stuck and you can't find shelter and your documentation, your clothing, your stuff gets wet, or even at the airport when they're transferring your bags between one plane to another plane and it's wet outside, it can just be a disaster. Very first thing, all 3 bags absolutely 100% waterproof. I'd like to start with the hard cover, the hard case luggage bag. This would be your 50-pound bag, and it is generally included in all your airplane tickets. When you buy the ticket to your country, your 50-pound luggage will be included into that price. Then the next one will be our laptop bag. That will be turned into our carry-on case, and we'll take that with us. We'll carry all our electronics, our laptop, our cell phones, our chargers, our power banks, our electric shavers. Oh my God! All electronics go inside your laptop bag. And the third bag is just a sports bag, and that's the bag you use when you go hiking with your friends. When you go out for a night out on the town and you go drinking, you carry that bag with you. It is your everyday. You go to the store, you put your shopping inside there. That's that bag for you. Okay, the second most vital piece of equipment would be a YubiKey. This is a 2-factor authentication method. Basically, it allows you to hardwire that authentication. You just simply carry around this disk, and instead of the bank sending the OTP to a phone number or a email address, you can simply press the button on the key itself, and it authenticates you as the real person right there and then. And so you can actually bypass all the get an eSIM, carry an extra phone with you for 2-factor authentication. Make sure your number is updated with the bank. You can kind of avoid all of those items, issues, because you simply have a hard encoded piece of equipment that allows you to 2-factor to or authentically. So yeah, definitely get one. It saved me quite a few times. Okay, the third piece of equipment that is absolutely essential will be a power bank. These must be 20,000 milliamp hours or less in size, and preferably the ones with multiple adapters so that you can connect to any device with your power bank. Power bank is just a no-brainer. Get one, short and sweet. Okay, next on the list would be creatine, pre-workout, protein shake, and a beetroot juice. Beetroot juice, let's get that over and done with at the beginning. That's just something personal to me. I find that beetroot juice makes me feel healthier, more energetic. I use it to flavor my water. But the more serious stuff is creatine. Creatine is more difficult to find overseas and much more pricier as well. The same goes for protein powders. Protein powders are more readily available, but the price is significantly more than here in the US. And the same goes for pre-workouts. Pre-workouts a little bit more touchy because there can be you can be sensitive towards them, and you might have a personal brand that you like. That would be somebody like me. I've got a personal brand that I do like, and I like to bring that with me when I travel overseas, as opposed to buying the kinds that are there, which are generally more limited, and you might not be able to find your trusted brand that you use at home. Okay, then next on my list would be a laptop. A laptop is vital because you need it to do anything. You need it to work, you need it to watch movies, you need it to book hotel rooms, you need it to reply to emails, you need it to do absolutely everything. I prefer to use a Alienware M18 due to its high-powered nature. It's a very expensive laptop, also with a very powerful graphics card which will last many years. That's also something that is important when thinking about getting a laptop, when saving money whilst overseas. Gaming is something that you can do to spend the night indoors, and if you've got a nice laptop, instead of going out or spending money going to Bahal for the weekend, you stay indoors and you play a nice computer game. So a laptop is just vital all in all. Get one, make sure it's new, because laptops overseas are very expensive, so buy one while you're in America so they will last you for many years, and then preferably also use one with a large screen. Okay, let's talk about the Samsung T-Shield, an external hard drive. What that allows you to do is lets you keep all your documentation for you just physically right next to your side, just in case the internet is not available. So you can't log onto the internet. The guy needs to receive a copy of your passport. You can just pull it up right there because you've got it saved in your hard drive. So I found that a hard drive, especially a nice robust one like the Samsung T-Shield, that can take some damage, can take a few bumps, very secure, incorruptible. That's what you're looking for whilst you're overseas. I don't leave home without one. Make sure you get yourself external hard drive, also that can be used to improve your gaming experience on your laptop in the future. So yeah, definitely get one. Okay, then next on the list, and this is for us bald guys, all guys that need to shave quite often. Basically, I found that a razor and a shaving cream is just simply too expensive and too inefficient while traveling, and that simply getting an electric shaver for your head and for your beard works wonders. It's much cheaper in the long term, and it's much more efficient in terms of carrying weight and just in terms of drama. I don't think I'll ever go back. If I have a son, I will recommend to my son, listen, use an electric shaver, much better than blades, much cheaper, much more cost effective. Okay, then on my list are smaller items such as sunscreen. Sunscreen overseas is quite difficult to get a hold of sometimes, especially in the third world countries. A brand that you trust, a brand that won't give you any sort of skin irritation. And listen guys, sunburn overseas is the worst possible thing that can happen to you. Just bring some sunscreen. Okay, the next would be a mosquito repellent. That is also vital. Mosquitoes are prevalent. You don't want to catch dengue fever if you're traveling to a country that has that. Also again, sometimes it's not easy to find. Most of the locals you'll find are kind of immune to mosquitoes, and they don't bite them, they don't like their blood, but they like yours, the foreigner's blood. So make sure you guys get yourself mosquito repellent. And then lastly is an electric or just a handheld luggage scale, so that whenever you travel you can make sure you're within the correct weight limits without having to pay anybody at the airport or ask somebody else to use theirs. It's very cheap, very ineffective. You just have it with you, and that will sort out all your weight problems at the airport, and make sure you never have to pay any fines for overweight luggage. and yeah, also taking it out in front of everybody at the airport to reshuffle your luggage so that it all goes into the correct weight. That's not cool either.